Hey Insider, I've got a special guest with us today that's going to be sharing with you 5 unusual habits that's going to boost your energy higher than coffee. His name is Skip.
Yo!
Welcome on the show, Skip.
Thank you.
So today is going to be a bit of a different interview. It's going to be walking, since this is the energy man. Now, before you reveal these 5 unusual habits, Skip, why didn't you reveal in regards to your backstory? Because I know you've got one hell of a story, and you know I always find when, for example, I speak with you, his energy, by the way, is contagious. But when I heard your story, I was like, wow, you know, this guy's not always been like this. So do you mind just sharing a little bit about your background?
Yeah, well, I mean, when it comes to energy, I have none of it. My body was always breaking down, was in a coma for 3 months with pneumonia, head to toe covered with eczema, chronic asthma, was always on antibiotics. And to cut a long story short, I had an accident in the gym, broke my back, got told I was never going to walk again. And using energy, not only did I have a full recovery after spending 6 months in traction, which is basically a machine like this, just circulating the circulation up and down the body.
Right.
As a result of learning about energy, not only did I fully recover, but I went back to gymnastics and gained the English Sports Acrobatics title. So it proves that energy is this game, but the challenge is so many people are using stimulants to get their energy. Stimulants like coffee, stimulants like Pro Plus. And when you use stimulants like that, basically what goes up must come down. And you don't want to go down with your energy, because as soon as you go down with your energy, then what happens? You don't feel so good, you're not going to make very good decisions, the people that you connect with aren't going to get the best out of you, and it's not going to be good for your family, it's not going to be good for your business, and it's not good for your life. So you need to learn these 5 powerful habits.
Okay, I'm sure they're super excited. By the way, if there's any background noise, we're currently at an event that we've been both speaking at, revealing very cool strategies. Skip's like had the audience at a level I've never seen before, super high energy, and I've also been sharing strategies to do with online businesses and so forth. So excuse the noise, be sure to pay close attention because you want to know from this master. Okay, so Skip, let's go for it. What's the first one?
Okay, first thing is it's your most valued nutrient. We can go months without food, we can go days without water, but we can go minutes without oxygen, and most of us are only using 20% of our lung capacity. And what that means is you're not getting the best out of the most free thing on this planet. So you've got to learn how to breathe correctly, and this is going to sound a little bit crazy to do this, but the winners in life are the crazy people that actually believe that they can change the world, and they become the people that actually do change the world.
So true.
And you've got to be doing this. And actually, when I fell, we're making a movie at the moment, and I actually fell about 50 feet down a waterfall, hit a rock at the bottom, snapped the tailbone, snapped this wrist. And this exercise that I'm now going to share with you came from somebody I was actually interviewing for the movie, ex-Miss Malaysia, 53 years old, she looks like she's 30, she's worth a few $100 million, and she does this every single day. And it works.
In the morning or?
Throughout the whole day.
Throughout the whole, wow.
So throughout the whole day. So anytime that you're feeling a little energy dip, instead of going for the caffeine, follow me and do this. I know it's going to look stupid when you see it. I know it's going to look crazy. I know you're going to get the resistance in your mind saying, I'm not doing that. Well, try it and then see if you reap the benefits from it. So your hands go up, and all you do is you're going to go, you're going to do that for 30 seconds. Now try that for 30 seconds. I'm not going to go through the whole 30 seconds myself because I want to give you the other 5 tips. But I promise you, if you do that for 30 seconds, you might get a little bit of a rush in your mind, but that's now your brain saying thank you, now we've got some oxygen back in the system. And when I said that we're only using 20% of our lung capacity,
right,
you know how it is when it comes to life, use it or lose it. The #1 cancer now is lung cancer because people aren't using their lungs correctly anymore. So by you doing this, you're filling your lungs up with air, you're literally going to start to get a clearer mind, your focus is going to be better, and you will feel better at the same time.
Amazing. So how often do you tend to do that?
As soon as the energy starts to dip, but at least 3 times a day. So 3 times a day when you're sitting at your desk, you can be anywhere, you can be stuck in traffic, you can be at your desk, you can be watching TV, you can be on your laptop, you can be anywhere. There is no reason for you not to do that simple exercise.
Yeah, so instead give that one a shot. So that's the first one, that's in regards to the breathing element. So
number 2.
Number 2.
So remember, you live in a physical body, your body was created to move, and when you move yourself in fun ways, what happens is these endorphins get released from the mind, it sends a chemical throughout your whole body, and you get to feel good. Now, in life, it doesn't matter how much money you've got, it doesn't matter what adventures you go on. If you're not feeling good on those journeys, the journey sucks. So we've got to learn how to feel good on those journeys. So here's something else I am going to suggest, and you're going to go, I'm not doing it. And it's going to be for your benefit, it's going to be for your loved one's benefits, but if someone sees you doing it, they might think you're a weirdo. So welcome to my world in being a weirdo. So all you're going to do is you're going to bung on a song that you love, and you're going to get up and you're going to start dancing with no inhibitions for one song a day. Now what's going to happen is if you're dancing and you don't care what's going on, what do you think is happening to your body? You're becoming energized. What do you think is happening to your mind? You're becoming freer. So whatever you focus on after that is going to get more focus, more attention, and your productivity is going to start to go up. How simple is that?
Amazing. So inside it, remember, take this knowledge, but actually put it into action as well. So that's the second one. Dance like a lunatic, would you say that's the second?
Yeah, dance like a kid.
Like a kid.
Like a kid who doesn't care if people are watching, because you've got to be so free that if people are watching you, you still don't care. I mean, we're here in the middle of a hotel. I couldn't care if people are walking around, and I am a nutter. But you've got to understand this energy game. I do it because I've learned it. I did not used to be that way at all. As soon as I learned this energy game, it changed my whole life. So the third thing is you've got to stop eating dead food. So many of us are eating out of convenience, and a lot of the foods that we're consuming, they're dead, they've been processed, they've been made in factories, they've got harmful chemicals in, and all of a sudden you're putting that in your body, and what that's doing is it's draining your body and your mind from more energy that you're giving it from good food choices. So you've got to stop the poisoning, because it's that poisoning that is starting to lower energy, it's starting to break us down, and before we know it, year after year after year, you can then go and get diagnosed with something that could put you and your family through a whole bunch of emotional crap that can be avoided.
It's interesting because when I was out in Bali with Skip, he was actually mentioning about some of the clients he's had in the past, and these are world-renowned leaders you probably follow online, and some of them has actually been guilty of this as well in regards to letting some of the processes get the better of them, and the health begins to really just, you know, be sabotaging. And so, you know, some of the things you're sharing is very powerful out there. So the third thing you said is in regards to your what sort of diet do you recommend then?
You've got to get live food in your diet.
Okay.
Food that the planet has made, food that's had the sun shining on it, food that's had the energy the planet helped it grow, food that's gone through different seasons.
Yep.
Then what you're getting is you're getting life force energy putting into your body. It's got to be live foods.
Interesting. So I also noticed, because I'm always like observing behavior, and I noticed, Skip, you also do juicing and stuff?
Yep.
Right. Is that first thing in the morning, part of morning routine?
Yeah, juicing is a great way to get those live nutrients in the body. Having smoothies with superfoods in, another key way to get those live foods in your body. Having a salad before every meal. Those are key things. Make sure that you've got, you know, vegetables on your plate. I know it's not the stuff you want to hear, but it's what's going to change you energetically.
What would you say to those people, before going to point number 4, what would you say to those people who've kind of tried to eat healthy before? Because at the end of the day, this is like everybody set New Year's resolution to eat healthy, and they fail, right? So what would you say back to that? If somebody's saying, yeah, Skip, I've tried it, it didn't work, or I didn't work.
What comes up is not what you want to hear, but what I would say is, come on my retreat. Because when you experience how good, and I call it Living Forever Young, that's the movie that and the book that we're launching this year. When you experience what Living Forever Young is all about, then suddenly you experience things differently, and nothing tastes as good as Living Forever Young feels. And it's not something you can fake, it's not something you want to fake, because when you feel that good, because now you're not using your body as a trash can, you're starting to respect your physical body, and you're actually starting to feed it what life is giving us. Nothing has to die, nothing has to be killed, nothing has to be tortured. And all of a sudden, you're putting that type of nourishment into the body, you start to feel different. And then the toxins and the poisons that are in the body, suddenly the body will get enough energy and it will push it out. So you just got to take your next step. I know a lot of us fail, and a lot of us have these big dreams on certain things, but so long as you're taking your next step in the right direction, you can give yourself a pat on the back knowing that you've done something good.
Okay, nice. So the 4th point, let's go.
The 4th point, you actually mentioned it a minute ago, it's You got to focus on things that you're passionate about, because as human beings, we're on the hunt for electricity 24/7. The more electricity, the more energy we have pulsing through us, the more alive we feel, the more we can go and create in life. And nothing is going to electrify your human body and mind like things that you're passionate about. And that passion could be building a business. That passion could be doing some research on what's going to get me healthier, what's going to bring me more energy. That passion could be building a family. It could be building the type of body you want to live in. It could be growing tomatoes. It could be building more sports cars. It doesn't matter what it is, so long as you're passionate about it. And by thinking about those things that you're passionate about, the same signals get fired off within the body, because the body and the mind don't recognize the difference between actuality, something that's real, or something you're making up. So we got to focus on things that we're passionate about consistently on a daily basis, because a life without passion is kind of a numb life, whereas a life with passion is completely alive. And that's what you want to be feeling on a daily basis. You want that energy pulsing and thriving through you.
Damn right. And you can see when, I'm sure you've checked out more videos in regards to interviews we've done here on Success Inside of It, when somebody's passionate or aligned with their truth, I like to say, you can tell. You can tell from the energy, and you can see from Skip, you love what you do, right? It's radiating
from you. It's all an act. No, of course I love it, yeah.
Yeah, so final point, Skip, let's go on to it. What's the final unusual habit that'll energize them more than coffee right now?
I know this is going to sound weird for some people, but it is hydrating way more than what people think. There's a big protein myth out there, you know, get your protein in, and the truth is we can lose 50% of our protein, be fine. We know we can lose 50% of our glucose and be fine. We lose 20% of our water and we're dead. What you're mostly made of is water. Your body's about 70% water, your brain's about 90% water. But we're not hydrating with good quality water nowadays. What we're doing is we're drinking these sports drinks, we're drinking caffeine drinks, we're trying to have things that, you know, stimulants that pick us up. Whereas when you get good, clean water in your body regularly, what happens is it starts to clear the fog from your mind. What happens is as you start to dip your energy, and by the way, most people are overeating. And a lot of the times when most people think they're hungry, they're not actually hungry, they're thirsty. So the tip here is before you have any meal, grab like a pint glass or like half a litre and literally drink that like 20 minutes before your food and watch what starts to happen. Your digestion is going to improve. You're not going to overeat and you're suddenly being hydrated. So because the trillions of cells that make up your physical body, every single one of them needs to be hydrated, otherwise game over.
Amazing. So first point was in regards to the breathing.
First point. Yeah. Make sure you're breathing.
Dance like a freaking child.
Yeah, dance like you're a child with no inhibitions. And some of you are going to find that challenging, but you will get it. Third one, stop eating dead food. Yeah. Fourth one, make sure that you focus and do things that you're passionate about. And then the fifth one is make sure that you keep drinking water throughout the day, and you drink about a pint about 20 minutes before you have a meal. Amazing.
So before we wrap up, I can see also people will be coming out soon, so we're going to start going. Before we wrap up, one final question. With what you now know, Skip, in regards to all that knowledge and wisdom you've accumulated, what is the one thing that you would advise your younger self? Imagine when you were 20, in regards to do.
Okay, so the one thing, and this is the most powerful thing, you've got to be detoxing and cleansing on a regular basis. Eating healthy and doing the tips that we've just shared on here is great, but we now live in a toxic world. There are toxins in the air we breathe, there are toxins in the foods we eat, there are toxins in the drinks we drink. We're creating toxins in toxic relationships. Any form of stress creates toxins, and these get trapped in the body. And without detoxing and cleansing, I'm not on about just like, you know, having a little juice here, or I'm on about going on a proper detox and cleanse where you've got total immersion, so all of this stuff can be ripped out the body, and then what you're left with is an even better version of yourself, where you will be looking younger, you'll be feeling younger, and you're going to understand that this aging game is a myth. But you can't understand this unless you've gone through a total immersion detoxification.
Skip, if you don't mind, tell them how old are you?
How old am I? I'm going to
Maybe comment below your guess first.
Right, how do you think? How old do you think? Da, 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 da. So I'm actually going to be, my next birthday in a few months' time, I'm going to be 45.
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible. That's amazing. So inside there, be sure to take action in regards to all of the wisdom Skip shared with you today. And Skip, if they want to check out more of your work, is there anywhere you specifically want them to check out? Or?
Yeah, sure. If you come to skiparchimedes.com,
okay.
You can get some free stuff on there. If you go to Skip Archimedes Live and like that, everything we post on that page you're going to get. And if you go to YouTube under Skip Archimedes, subscribe, and you get free videos there as well.
Amazing, Skip. Just want to say thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks, mate.
Awesome.